I've been diagnosed with epilepsy just over 10 years now. The first memory of having a seizure is I had a really bad migraine one day, and then the next minute I can remember is just waking up on the floor with paramedics around me. My thoughts at the time about the diagnosis was I didn't really understand it. I only had them a few times, so I thought it was something that I'd probably go away, a bit like a cold, or something that I'd grow out of. There was a lot more frequent back at the beginning, and then I was put on medication, different doses, just to see how it goes and stabilise the epilepsy. And that made a big difference, possibly about 3 or 4 years ago now. I was given these glasses, so they've got a bit of a tint on, and this is permanent tint, it's not transitions, and they take a bit of pressure off to stop the migraines, which can be a trigger towards my seizures. So there's certain things that I can't really do on my own, like just enjoy a relaxing bath on my own, because there's certain risks with it. They advise me to take showers, or if I am having a bath, have someone just come and check up on me to make sure I'm alright. Same idea with swimming, let like lifeguards know, go with someone that knows. Again, socialising, doing normal things of what a teenager at the time would be doing. Certain things like going out to nightclubs and that, I couldn't really do much. One, alcohol it's not something that is advised with medication, and also with epilepsy. A couple of other things really is certain activities I was doing before got in the way. So I enjoy walking and doing lots of like uphill climbing and stuff. So things like that, because exertion and stress can be another factor as well of seizures. So emotionally, the fact that people think that you're slightly incapable of doing certain things when you're not, or just like preconceptions really, like they may understand epilepsy is like, oh, that shaky thing, or that thing where you can't look at flashes and stuff. And there's like different stuff that like entirely different causes, and one thing could be okay one time and there could be something different the next time. But it's just being inclusive to people and not kind of shutting them away, or don't be reserved about inviting people to places, and it's just understanding. So people don't really understand that well about it. A lot of my close friends that I have, they've been brilliant, they've been really understanding, they've not treated me any differently to how I was before I had my seizures. They're also quite used to it now, which makes it easier for them to be around. I know it can be a bit upsetting, especially when my brother and sister saw it for the first time. I also felt a bit guilty about having a seizure, because I know that they were upset about how it was, and it scared them because it looked a bit scary, and it probably is a bit scary, but I black out when I have seizures, so I wouldn't be able to know. So another thing after a seizure, how I can feel tired and achy. The best way to describe it is possibly like being crushed in a vice, and your body is physically tired. Depending on how bad the seizures are, I can have some memory loss. It can last a couple of hours to a couple of days to come round and just be back to normal.
We used to be set free,
So the most challenging things I've gone through or been through was especially my pregnancy and childbirth and the risks that are involved with it. Like, there were thoughts and feelings like, oh, if I have a seizure while I'm pregnant, would it harm my baby? You know, just other factors that play on your mind slightly. Also, now that I have her, there's certain things that I can't really do with her. Like, I can't bath her on my own, or change her at height. I have to change her low when I'm feeding her, or I feel sleepy, I have to put her down, just make sure she's safe. So it's not just me that I kind of worry about, it's kind of how it affects me when I'm not quite right as well. I am aware of SUDEP. I became aware during the Dude Festival last year through the Peter Doody Foundation. I was covering first aid at that event. I also got talking to a couple of other people who explained it a bit better than possibly a doctor or a nurse has done previously, because they kind of brush over it. It's not something that's a nice thing to talk about, really. It don't play on my mind as such, but it's something that I have to bear in mind, or my friends and family need to be aware of, and people need to be aware of, because it is a big thing. Another thing about the Dude Festival, it was just nice for reassurance, and there's like seeing other people that have epilepsy and what you aspire to be. So there was a lady who was mother of twins. She had generalised seizures like I have. She was on the same medication as I had, and just knowing that she was okay and she looked happy and her children were happy, it made me feel happy that it's going to be alright, basically.